Hey, U Crew Nation family. Welcome to this live. We have a special guest for you today. We've been running and gunning so much that we haven't been able to bring him on. But I'm sure you guys have heard a lot about this guy. And you're going to get a wealth of information. Hold on. Let's see. I'm not seeing any. Hey, Rita. So Mario, it's sent. All right, guys. So I'm excited for you guys to hear from my brother from another mother today. He's coming on now. So when he comes on, I'll introduce him, but also know that invite your people that's on the team on this Zoom. Tag them at the bottom. If you're catching it live, give me some hearts, some thumbs up, and tell me you're on here. Hey, Kimberly. Who else we got? Sandra. Hey, girl. I'm sure you're out the pizza, the Italian restaurant here in Jacksonville. Who else? Sean. Stay on here and hear the wisdom that you guys are going to hear in a second, and this crazy story. Can't bring Mario. There's already guests in this broadcast. I don't know what that means. It says it's adding you, Mario. Hold on. Let's see. Why is this never a smooth process? Hold on. Let's try. All right, there you go. That should work. Sean in the Atlanta area, Kimberly in California area.
You got me?
My brother, significant Mario. Hey guys, so I'm gonna introduce Mario to you guys. This is Mario Delgadillo out in Ontario, Eastvale, California. You know, there's not too many people that I would ever say that is like a brother from another mother, and me and him are so much alike. It's crazy. Working together, we have both the same competitiveness. We both love to grind. We both love to work hard. We love to get people winning. We love to put people on this board, going on the gold cruise. This guy has produced so many golds. It's like popcorn. On top of that, he has a beautiful, amazing family, beautiful kids, wonderful wife, and she fully supports him. Heck, the hardest job in a household is taking care of the kids, and she does it every day. So Mario made over $40,000 in his first 5 weeks. It's crazy, right? But, you know, I like to talk the money because it shows you what's possible. People inside sometimes are like, oh, they're talking money. Well, if I don't talk the money, it doesn't show you what's possible. If you're not making money, then that means product's not moving through the organization, right? Mario came on board in December and told me that this will start momentum. And I was like, okay, let's see it. And he has been totally on point and totally true in his words, as you guys have seen. We are blessed to have Mario on this team. He's a brother to me. We love him. But also, he is emerald in the company. He did that in his first month, which is crazy. If you don't know what emerald is, it's 30,000 points, 3 weeks in a row, which is a lot of hard work he can attest to. So, Mario, thanks for jumping on, brother.
Hey, brother, can you hear me okay?
I can hear you perfectly.
Awesome. I'm just trying out my new AirPods. I got these. One of my first mentors in business in general said, you have to find a mentor that you want to emulate, and then you do everything that they did, that they do. And at that point, I was in corporate, and the guy that I was following in corporate had a lot of really nice plants in his office. So I remember going to Ralph's Market and getting a bunch of plants and putting them in my office. And then when I got started in this company, I always saw you running around with these things in your ears. And I said, okay, so if I want to be a black diamond, then I got to do what black diamonds do. And I went and bought these ear pods, and I absolutely love them, man. So really appreciate you, all the kind words. And yes, man, Steph and I absolutely love you guys so much. Yeah, you guys have a heart for the people. But at the end of the day, you're professionals. You absolutely know what it takes to be successful. And I've had a lot of success in my career in this industry, but you know, you guys know this more than anything else. I didn't come in and want to reinvent the wheel. I said, if you guys have a system that's going to take you to Black Diamond as fast as you got there, to take you to the income levels, you know, to buy that beautiful home and all the different things that it's afforded you, I'm not trying to rebuild that wheel. I just actually want to just try to make it go as fast as possible. So all we did, no secret sauce. I got involved. I focused 100% on CBD from the very beginning. And we created our pitch, our prospecting pitch around CBD, because that, from a marketing perspective, that's the hottest, the most sexiest thing that there is out there. And so I focused our pitch on CBD. I frontlined, I think 42. I think it's actually like 45 people now. I'm gunning for you, bro. 45 people to the company, and then I just plugged them into the system, and the system just kind of duplicated out, and that's kind of all she wrote. And so it's there's no secret to it. You just don't have to try to reinvent the wheel. Just try to make it go faster. And so that's really what we did really quickly.
And that's so valuable. A lot of people come in this team or in this profession, they think that the person that's trying to help them is actually trying to tell them what to do. We're trying to be their boss, and it's not that. It's just what we've been taught that we know duplicates, and that's what has gotten us success, and we're just trying to put them on the fast track to success. I don't know, Mario's locked up. Can you hear me, Mario? Let's see. Uh-oh. I just see his hat. Well, guys, while we're waiting for him his phone. So, guys, as you see, let me get him back on here. He'll ask to come back on. No, the system. Okay, when we got in this profession 3 years ago in our last company, when we said yes, this is a system that we were taught, and it's not something that we want to force people to do. It's what we know what to do. And the reason why is we followed this system from day one. We made over 200 phone calls in our first 7 days. And we hit diamond in our first week in our last company. Did we do that because we were that good? No. We did that because of God, number two, the system, and massive action. And, people don't understand massive action. 1 or 2 people a day, new people showing this business, is not massive action. If you want to be slow and painful, then do 1 or 2 people a day. And if you want to get there fast and you want to get your income up, you got to take massive action. Do I expect you to call 200 people in a week? No. Can you? Yes. But I did, because I like to get the pain out of the way. Look, you can run the mile in 15 minutes, or you can run it in 5 like I used to. Did I like running the mile in 5 minutes? Heck no. But I wanted to get it over with. Hold on. I already invited you, bro. Ask to come on camera, Mario. I wish they'd make this process a little easier.
I'll learn how to do it.
All right, hold on. I already invited you for some reason. Babe, do you know what to do? All right, hold on. I already sent the invite. Mario asked to come back on camera. So you can, I expect everybody to keep going for months and months and months. Yes, and business is not, I'm hearing this, people get used to the sign-up bonus, right? And really, that's not your income. Your income is built on foundational LCP, auto ship, right? As you start building this business, you're going to have a lot out of the gate of income because you're signing people up, right? Hold on. Let's go. All right, so as you start building this business, your income is going to be directly reflected on the people you sign up because of product introduction bonus. If you want to keep that going, you got to come out. There you go. So what I was what I was telling them while I was trying to pass time is, the system, we're not trying to be your boss. Number 2 is why the system works, what it did for us, what it's done for Mario. We're just trying to get people fast success. It happened to us. But then thirdly,
Keep getting.
So what we're trying to teach people is, what is the mindset of massive action? Because I believe you have to take massive action, and maybe get your take on this. You have to do massive action in spurts, right? Because it can be very painful, especially when you're starting network marketing, because you want your income to go pretty quickly, right? Mm-hmm. So what did you do? What does massive action look like for Mario?
I think first and foremost, it starts with a conversation with your loved ones, because I think that a lot of people come into the industry and come into Vasayo and they see the vision, and they have huge actually, a mirror that, and so I always tell folks, if you want to have a six-figure result, you've got to put forth a six-figure effort. Now, that does not mean full-time. That means a six-figure effort on a part-time basis, right? And it's okay if you don't want to make six figures. If you want to make 50 grand, then you have to just make sure that your actions line up with the goals that you have. I remember I had a conversation with a gal one time in another team, and I told her, you have six-figure goals, but you have, like minimum wage action, and it's okay. It's okay to have that action, but one of two things have to change. Either your goals have to change or your action has to mirror the goals that you have. And so, for me, what it looks like is, I start with a very open conversation with my wife. I know you said it at the very beginning. My wife is an absolute champion. She builds the business, but more than anything else, what she does is she holds down the fort. Right now, she's actually out selling cookies with my other son. My daughter's selling cookies, Girl Scout cookies. My son's with her. Right after that, because we've got meetings tonight here at the house, she's taking my other daughter to practice. And so, if it wasn't for me setting a clear expectation with her from the very beginning of what we're trying to accomplish and what it's going to take, I've been in the industry long enough to know, like, I've seen a spouse or somebody come into the team and the other significant other doesn't understand it. And it's just like this every single day. So first and foremost, massive action comes in having a conversation and say, listen, babe, guess what? For the next 90 days, we will have no balance. You see, people get started in networking and like, man, I want to get that time freedom. Freedom is not free, guys, right? It comes at a cost, right? The reason we're able to do what we do in our nation, live the life that we want to live, is because of bloodshed, because people have sacrificed. And so same rule applies in this industry. Everybody wants those big checks. Everybody wants to go get that Mercedes on Facebook Live, but they're not willing to let their life be turned upside down for 90 days. Have I missed, practices? Yes. Have I missed birthday parties? Yes. I've counted a lot of, I've counted the costs, right, to get to where I need to get. So number one, have a conversation with your loved one and set a clear expectation. The second thing I would say is have a conversation with your kids, right? One of my first mentors in the industry said, Mario, you got to enroll your kids into the program. Your kids, your children should be Vasayo cheerleaders. And the way you get kids to be Vasayo cheerleaders is when you see a diamond trip, whether it's the gold and then you have the next diamond trip, let them know, hey, when we hit this rank, this is what we're doing. When we hit this rank, this is what we're doing. Right now, all of my kids are asking me on a daily basis, Dad, have you hit diamond yet? Have you hit diamond yet? Have you hit diamond yet? Because we're going to go spend a whole week at the Great Wolf Lodge, right? And they love the Great Wolf Lodge. So when I have to leave or I'm not coming to games, they know that it's about them. They say, go do your thing, Dad. And so I know as a dad, my heart gets torn when I feel like my family is hurting. So I need to make sure that I enroll my kids. So number one, have a conversation with a significant other. Number two, have a conversation with your kids. If you don't have a significant other and kids, I don't know what your excuse is. I'm just kidding. But and then the other thing is just all out massive action. One of the things that my team talks a lot about is the secret to our success. I don't know if I should unveil this yet, but our team, okay, we all have a friend and her name is Rita, okay, and my team knows this, and we laugh and we joke about it. But I say, guys, I have a side chick, okay. Most of you know how close I am with my wife, and she's my best friend. But my wife even knows about my side chick. Her name is Rita. Your team is not building. Call Rita. You need some more customers? Call Rita, right? You need to get your team a checkup from the neck up? Call Rita, right? Rita will take care of you always. In my career, whenever I've been down, I've called Rita, and she's always managed to turn things around. Now, who is Rita? Rita stands for recruiting is the answer, okay? Recruiting solves everything. Always. So you see, they're already hashtagging my group, right? We always tell you, hey, listen, my team's not coming to training. My team's not wanting to get on connect calls. My team's not jumping on the training. You know what? Call Rita. Call Rita. Rita will fix everything for you guys. And so the key to all out massive action for me first generation frontline recruiting, Rita will fix anything at all times. And I always go back to that well. And I'll tell you guys right now, you should be hashtagging Rita on everything you do. The U Crew Nation, okay, yes, sexy Rita, exactly. The U Crew Nation should be known for Rita. And don't tell anybody what it is. We want to roll up into Utah with, 400 or 500 people, and everybody's like, yo, what is Rita? Who is Rita? Rita's the secret to success. Get out there and recruit. Recruiting is the answer in this business, because just like Ricky said, down the road, what that's going to equate to is hundreds of thousands of dollars, guys, in residual income. You see, I had a paradigm shift, and Francoise will tell you, when I got here, all I wanted to do was talk about CBD. And she'd be like, but Mario, all the other products are really good, and you have to try them out, and this and that. And I remember when I said, okay, I've got to try these products, I told Ricky, I said, hey, when is my packet going to come? And he said, well, remember when you went to meet with Dallin, they gave you a package. Where's that at? And I go, oh, man, it's in my pantry. I haven't even touched it, right? So we started getting on the products, and I'll tell you, for all the people that are on our team, we came in for CBD. Don't stop pushing CBD, because it's the big sexy. It's the reason why people will open their ears to talk to you. But when they get started, here's what happens. They all fall in love with those products. And the reason why that's so significant, guys, is let me give you guys an example. So as you can see here, okay, people get started for this, okay? They come in because of the CBD. If all we did, okay, is get people on LCP for this, 160 $60 a month, right? Times 2, 3, 4, 5,000 people. Some of you guys gonna have 10,000 people simply because you're here at the right time, right? Imagine if you did the math on this. 160 CV times 10,000. That's okay. I'll cash that check. But here's what we found, right? That, some people absolutely love neuro, and they're surprised. They're like, I showed up for CBD, but all I love is neuro as well. So I'm going to start adding that. Now, you have some people like myself who do not go a day without going 8 pumps of Renew because it fixed my knees, right? And I want to be able to actually go to the gym. So bam, now I'm adding Renew, right? Now you have somebody else. I absolutely love Core Complete. This is the best vitamin that you can put on in your body, hands down, around the world. See, but guess what now? Look at this. Is what my actual residual looks like now. Not just this, all of it times 10,000. That's financial freedom, guys. And this is going to come from people. There will be people that don't even build anymore. 5 years from now, people won't even build a company anymore, but they'll still be buying this. You don't think that you're loyal to products? Think about this. Close your eyes and think of the last time you went to the market. What's in your basket? The exact same thing every single week. We buy the same thing. No, not that juice, that one. No, not those cookies, those ones. We buy the same thing every single time we go to the market. We are creatures of habit. When you find something that you love, you stick to it. So whether or not you stay with this company building or not, you're going to continue to buy Core Complete. You're going to continue to buy Renew. You're going to continue to buy Sleep because you found an experience with it. Right? So this is what we do. We continue to hit this hard because this baby, she's sexy, right? But guess what? Then all these other products show up. We're like, what are we doing with this? And then they fall in love. That's how you find financial freedom. So if you need a reason to get out there and call Rita, it's based on what I just showed you. That's how you're going to build multiple 6-figure residual income in 2 to 3 years and never have to work again, because you called Rita right now. You told her, hey, go find me some people using CBD, and then they fall in love with everything else, and then the checks keep coming every single month for the rest of your life, guys. That's crazy.
Woo! Hey, you want to find out how to build this? Rita, focus, consistency, and passion. You hear the passion in Mario's voice. If we could do a passion class, you would attract more people in your business. Look, every top leader in network marketing have figured out passion. And if you listen to Mario, he's full of passion. Because what does that do? It attracts people to you because it's belief. He has 110% belief in network marketing and what it can do. You hear so many people whine all the time. Oh my gosh, my business is down. I'm not doing it. Yeah, because you ain't sponsoring anybody in 6 months, right? It happens all the time. look, if you get in management mode, your team's going to get really heavy on your back. You get in recruit mode, it's going to get really fun because the new blood is going to bring new, exciting people in your business that have a dream and a goal, and then you get excited helping them get there. I mean, how does it feel, Mario, getting Tanya $10,000 in her first month in this profession?
Amazing, amazing. You know, we had a training on Saturday, and Super Saturday, and I was able to bring up some of our leaders that were sharing their why, sharing what was happening. We had at least Nicole Rojas was in tears in the front of the room because of what the product has done for her son. And then, hey, what'd you do? Oh, I made $4,400 in my first 30 days. She's never had success in network marketing, and she's tearing up because her son is you know, actually seeing some breakthroughs in his life. You know, you got Jesus Guerrero up there in tears, right? Made $6,000 his first 30 days. The guy's a multiple six-figure pharmacist, and he's more excited about what this is going to do for his family. He's in tears, right? I mean, the list goes on and on, but guys, that's why I do this business, not necessarily because of money. Hey, I like nice things, don't get it twisted. But for me, it's all about time. I want to be able to spend as much time as possible with the people that I love. But the only way I can actually get as much time as I want is by helping other people win. I mean, I just don't get it. Like, how do you not see this and want to go after this 100,000%? Mario, how are you a multiple six-figure earner? Because I helped Joe, Mary, Sally, Bob, Sam, and Sue win. And then I just laughed to the bank giggling on the backside. That's crazy, guys. That's absolutely incredible.
Hey, you know what's so powerful about this? Everybody thinks, oh, Mario's a network marketer. That's why he's had success. Yes, he's been in the profession. He has 100% belief. But listen to this, guys. His team is a bunch of new people. They've never made money in network marketing. All they did is plug into his leadership. All they did is put him to work. Same thing that you can do every day. And guess what? They've all had success, the ones that have actually plugged into the system and plugged Mario into them, right? And you think that, oh, Mario brought this big team. No, he went out and sponsored people. And he put them in what me and Mario and I and my wife say, the perfect storm. When you take a new person that's never had success in network marketing or someone that's never done network marketing and you put them with the right leadership in the right company, which is Vasayo, the perfect storm, with Dallas track record and all it has to offer, then you just plug it into the person with the experience, you have Mario's results. I mean, he did not bring a team in. He went out and did what he said, Rita. He sponsored people, and he went to work for them. It's the same thing all you have. You can bring in Joe Smo or Uncle Joe that's 80 years old, and you just plug them in the leadership, and you plug them in the perfect storm, and you follow the system, and they all can have success. And that's what's happened on Mario's team. I mean, you can hit on that. Your whole team has not really done network marketing before, right?
No, I actually brought in 3 big-time networkers, and for one reason or another, wasn't the right fit, wasn't the right time. Nobody did really anything. I went back and I called, you know, regular people. Like I just saw Nicole's text come through right now. Nicole Rojas, okay, actually went to high school with my wife, okay, not a network marketer, dabbled here, dabbled there, tried it. She actually became very holistic in her lifestyle, started using CBD, and when she heard that I was going to get into CBD, called me up. Got started, like I said, she's hit gold. She's made $4,400 her first 30 days, and here's the deal. Then she brings a gal to the meeting this weekend named Deanna. Deanna's a very successful real estate agent. She's never really paid attention to any of Nicole's, you know, past ventures in the network marketing. And I said, so what brought you out today? And she says, to be honest, I've never seen Nicole more excited about anything in her life. And I just wanted to come and see what it was all about. Deanna got started with the top package on Saturday and has had me on calls all day today. I woke up this morning at 6 a.m., right? She's on the West Coast with us. So she was up earlier than that. I woke up at 6 a.m. with like a ton of requests for connect calls all day long, right? And what did that come from? That came from a regular person like Nicole coming in, finding success because they followed the system, made a check, which is a huge deal, okay? It brings belief. And then she just loves the product, so she's telling people about it, brings in Deanna, and Deanna's going to be our next goal, I guarantee it.
Yeah, I just got a text from Deanna. Yeah, I need a 3, 4, 5, and 6 o'clock. I mean, guys, it's blowing up because
Deanna's a beast.
Rita, and excitement, right? Look, the passion in Nicole's voice attracted Deanna to come look at it. And all Nicole did is put her in front of Superstar Mario. And it was a done deal. That's all we're asking you guys to do in this system. Heck, look at Anthony. What is he, Anthony, 25? How old is he?
Somewhere. Yeah.
He's like 25. Never done network marketing. He made like $4,000 his first month with Mario. Jason Stuck, I'm not sure if he still knows everything about network marketing, and he made $6,000 or $7,000 his first month in the profession. These are guys that just plugged in, followed Mario's lead, and then Mario, from going out and helping, have created a massive organization. He will be Black Diamond and beyond in this company. He's just starting, just laying the foundation. Heck, it sounds a lot like my wife and I, but we're only 14 months into the profession, and we didn't bring any network marketers in. We brought like one. And the rest of our team, you know, I said this today on a call. When we started in Vasayo, all our people were walking around in diapers and pacifiers. And now I believe CBD is perfect timing for them, right? A lot of Mario's team is going to have to learn on the fly, right? Because we're going to be in momentum. So they're going to, it's a lot easier to create income right now, the perfect storm. When we started, we had Dallas track record, which was good. And we had a bunch of infants. And now where we at in the company with the leadership we have on this team, you're going to see a lot of Mario. You're going to see a lot of these leaders he's raising up. But you're going to see a lot of people come in the organization that's going to have a lot faster success because we have this. It's going to attract people. You know, Mario told me, hey, Ricky, just wait till we launch CBD. I'm like, okay, we're seeing. And, you know, because I don't know CBD. So, you know, we went to a meeting, and then he started talking about baby boomers. And I didn't really understand this one either. I'm like, Mario comes up with all this good stuff. And now I'm starting to learn this dude knows his jump because he's been in the profession a lot longer than me. So I go to this meeting, and there's 125 guests there, and guess what? They're all 60, 80 years old. I'm like, are we in a retirement home? What is this? And they're all there. They're all there to see CBD, just like Mario said. And I'm like, wow, this was just a post into a neighborhood that we're going to get together and talk about CBD. The whole room is full of baby boomers. Guys, Mario says it all the time. Maybe hit on that, Mario. Why is it going to be so big in that age group?
Well, I think you think about it. The reason my past, actually used to work for a big payroll company, and we did a lot of, my particular program that I sold, we actually did 401k benefits and all that. And so they had us study the different generations, and the baby boomers are 3 times larger than any other generation in U.S. history. And whatever they've touched in their lifetime has turned to gold. Most people don't know that in the 50s, that's why the suburbs were born, because these kids were 5, 6, 7, 8 years old, and now they needed yards. So they started building these cookie cutter neighborhoods just to actually have enough homes for the baby boomers. And now as they progress in life, 60s, 70s, and 80-year-old people, right? You know, prior to being on these products, I mean, for real, prior to being on these, not anymore, but prior to being on these products, it took me like 30 minutes to get out of bed in the morning. Like my back was all jacked up, you know, my knees were hurting. On my right foot, every time I would step in the morning, it felt, I mean, I told people I felt like the Tin Man from the Wizard of Oz. I couldn't even imagine what it would be like in my 60s and 70s trying to just function on a daily basis. Now, so you have the Farm Bill, and it just opens up this miraculous, you know, product that has never been, you know, fully accessible to the masses. See, because there's a lot of you guys on here that might say, oh, I've been knowing about CBD for a long time, you know, oh, this and that. This is old. It's absolutely not. When you think about it from the masses perspective, nobody knows about CBD. Nobody knows about CBD. And so for the first time ever, you have this baby boomer generation that's 3 times larger than any other generation in history that has a track record for turning things to gold, that for the first time ever is going to be able to get their hands on this particular product. And I'll tell you, I had my aunt, I had like 3 or 4 aunts at this meeting on Saturday, Super Saturday. I didn't even know they were coming. It was because my cousin Jason got his mom the cream, and she literally started running stairs at the house because her knee was so bad, and she just brought them all, right? And so when you think about that from a business perspective, that's why, you know, Forbes just talked about that. The other thing is, from a business perspective, hey, nothing against my millennial homies, right? But people that are in the baby boomers sect in life, they usually have a little bit more money. So when they see something that they want, they execute. They have no problem getting gold packages, and they build and they go fast because they're finding a testimony. So see, because as a businessman, I need to look at these things. I got to find these trends. And it's exactly why, 3 months ago, I decided that I needed to be in a CBD business in network marketing, because I knew what was about to happen. After I went to all the different companies, sat down with all the different leaders, there's no other place to be than with Vasayo, because of all the things. Dallin, Dallin and his team, they've been already to $1 billion a couple times. I was just talking to somebody about it yesterday. Everybody could talk about wanting to go to $1 billion, but guess what? When you cross over 700 million, 800 million, 900 million, that's a new level. That's a new neighborhood, right? I don't know about you guys, but there's certain neighborhoods that I drive through and I just feel like, oh man, everybody's looking at me like, what are you doing here? Right? You see, there's certain neighborhoods like that in business. When you get to that next level, you'll know if you belong there or not, and if you can stay there. Just think about this. When you get to an $800 million mark, I'm sure you start having more conversations with the FTC. I'm sure you start getting more conversations with the SEC, with all these different companies and these agencies, just because you're so big, right? Dallin and his team has done this 2 times already. This is not new news to them, guys. And so that's where I wanted to be. I wanted to be with a company that can take it there, but stay there and beyond, right? And so it's the perfect vehicle on all, every way you look at it, every way you cut it. But the baby boomers, guys, don't sleep on the baby boomers. They'll make you $1 million real fast, real fast.
Hey, I'm ready to sign up, bro. You talked me into it. I'm ready.
I'm going to send you my link. Let me send you my link real quick.
Hey, you did 3 or 4 months worth of research, and you can literally say that Vasayo has the best, right?
Absolutely, 100%. And it was funny because I got this solidified to me, not by even anybody within Vasayo. One of my best friends is Jesus Guerrero. A lot of you guys know his story. He's a clinical pharmacist out here in the Southern California market, and he and I, he makes well over $300,000-$400,000 a year in his day job, right? So he doesn't need the money. And him and I, we actually go and we smoke cigars often, and he always likes to hey, what's your next entrepreneurial venture? What are you working on? And when I told him that I was launching CBD, he was like, wow, that's really good. It's going to be a huge market. And then he said, so what's the X factor? And I said, something called liposomal technology. And he had a cigar, he sat up and he said, what do you know about liposomal technology? And I was like, nothing, apparently you do. And he said, bro, I've been using liposomal technology for 30 years in the ER. And he said, in fact, liposomal technology is what we use with the most expensive medicine. He said, there's certain medications that your insurance will only allow you to have one time, if they allow you to have it at all. So when we give it to somebody, it's got to work. He said, we put them in liposomes because we can't afford for 95% of it to go out your urine, right? Wow. He said, there's certain medication that is toxic. He was sharing with us on Saturday. He did a huge breakdown for our products. He said there's a medication that gives people the shakes, like they feel like they're freezing, they're cold, and it really gets a bad reaction to the body, but they need it. They put it into liposomes. It's the only way that they can treat it. He said, so we've been using liposomal technology for 30 years. You mean to tell me that you're going to put a non-GMO, all organic, 100% high quality CBD product in liposomes? And he goes, I'm in. Actually put me and my wife in. And I said, you don't even know how much it is. He goes, it doesn't matter. I'm in. And see, to me, to have that third party validation was everything. And then all he's done since then is enroll, nurses and doctors and, people who are way smarter than me. And, what I always learned in school was you want to sit next to the smart kids. And when the smart kids join your team and they're putting all their money in, you do it too, So, liposomal technology is where it's at, guys.
And we're not even talking about the patent. That's just the science, right? So
yeah,
nobody can copy what we have. This is going to be huge. Mario's a blessing to our family, our team. He's going to be one of the top leaders in the whole company. And you guys get to watch it and cheer him on. But also, a lot of you that are going to watch this live is on his team. The only thing one of the big things I can tell you, the more you leverage Mario and his ability, the more success you're going to have. The more you're going to leverage my wife and I, the more success you have. If you listen, I say this all the time. Your excitement will actually ruin your freedom, not your passion, your excitement. A lot of people get so jacked out of their mind Because honestly, what happens is it's like a veil was over you. And then you see what's possible with this vehicle. And then you go out there, and I run into Mario today and I throw up all over him. And I'm the source of information. Well, a lot of times that will ruin your freedom. So don't let your excitement ruin your freedom. Your number one job is to get an appointment. That's it. Just the more appointments you make with leverage, the more success you have. And that's all his team's doing. I know you're sitting there going, wow, how are they doing this? It's the same. They have a very passionate leader that knows how to attract people, but also they're listening. Listen, a lot of times my mentor that makes 50 grand a week, people would walk up to him, how's Ricky and Francois doing this? They're coachable. I mean, it wasn't some big, crazy story. It was, they're coachable. I mean, how many people you see, I know you got a call. So we're in this here, but I know Mario sees people that have a lot of I see people every day have the ability, right, to do what we're doing, right,
Yeah.
Mario? But they
I think there's a couple things. You know, what I see a lot of, because I was this guy, some of you guys don't know, but in my first network marketing company, I failed miserably for 6 months. Failed miserably because I was successful. When I get on the phone with a new person who's been successful, I think that sometimes it could even be harder for them to have success in network marketing because they say, like, I get the system right here. It makes sense, but I don't need that. I built $1 million construction company. I've built to this and that, right? Well, what I always tell folks is you're probably right, Ricky. You could pick up the phone and enroll 50 people like that. The problem is your 50 people aren't you. And what you're going to do is you're going to put them in a situation where they're going to fail right away because they don't have the same personal power. They don't have the same influence. And so I have that conversation with people from the very beginning. Like, look, Joe, you're a successful entrepreneur. You built 2 companies, but guess what? With all due respect, it's not about you in this company and in this industry. It's about creating a system that somebody who, you know, just got out of Yale or just got out of jail can actually jump in and get going, right? Because I've had people that just got out of jail and they're like, man, I don't want that life anymore. I want to change. I want to do something different. Bam, let's plug them into a system. I have people who, you know, I've been a stay-at-home mom for 15 years, Mario. I'm going through divorce and I need to figure something out, but I have no experience. I have no resume. I don't even know where to start. Plug them into the system. That has nothing to do with how good you are. That has everything to do with how good the system is. A system that can duplicate out is going to be huge, right? And that's all you need to do because at the end of the day, you know, I made decent money outside of network marketing. I didn't get involved for the money. I got involved for the leverage, right? It was the way we make money in network marketing. It's off of the efforts of the masses. And when you're positioned right, then you have the opportunity. Positioning and timing, it will only take you so far, right? You also have to couple that. Sorry, I had a call. You also have to couple that with a system, a duplicatable system that can actually allow you to scale up. Right? Because sometimes if you don't have a system, you could have 1,000 people join, but if 1,000 people can't get trained, launched, and have an opportunity to put people in front of the business, they're going to end up hating you, right? They're going to turn around and be like, as much as CBD can go viral from a good perspective, a bad name can go viral as well. And they'll turn around and be like, yeah, don't get involved with Mario. I put $1,500 into that stupid thing and nobody was ever around to help me. And everybody thought it was a scam and, you know, forget that. And that'll go around your town really quickly too. And that's your fault because you didn't put them in a system.
Ooh, that's good. And most people don't really understand it, brother, because this is the first network marketing company. So they don't know what the system and how much value it is to have it. My wife and I had it from the start and we built this one online from the start. So I know you got to go. You got your phone's going crazy. Is there anything you want to add, or you just want me to close it?
Yeah, I would just say, guys, just write down your goals, okay? Follow the system, you know, work your face off because very rarely in life will you find an opportunity that really does have no ceiling. This opportunity has no ceiling. I had a huge belief before we went to Vegas, and I got to tell you, my own personal belief grew in that event. I was talking to Holly and Corbin Roush, and they were talking to me about what they did with Monavie. See, I knew of Monavie, but I never really got into the details. And to hear the type of organizations that they built, the type of money that was made during that time frame, and then I thought, man, with a Barry, I was like, this is crazy. Our comp plan that we have is like 2 times better than the one that they had. And I'm sitting there thinking like, man, with all of these products, not just CBD, right? But if all we had was CBD, we could be millionaires. But you guys got to understand, if all we had was Renew, we could be millionaires. If all we had was Eternal, we could be millionaires, right? We have it all. And we have a comp plan that's 2 times better. Some of you guys will have 17 black diamonds on your team, right? You have to understand that. When Corbin told me that, he was like, we had 17 black diamonds in our team. I almost threw up on the spot. I was like, you had what? And I realized, like, man, you have been given the opportunity to go back in time and be in Monavie 18 months in, but Monavie on steroids.
Woo,
and it's just like, wow, why would you not spend every waking hour outside of your job talking to people? Because this is it. This is the one that you can actually have. For me, this might be the last opportunity that I might get to make $100 million in my lifetime, right? And I'm treating it as such, right? Because hey, I'm an athletic guy, but I can't dunk, right? I think I could sing okay, but ain't nobody gonna sign me, right? So this is it, right? This is it. To leave a legacy for my children's children, it's right now. So follow the system, talk to everybody about CBD, and create a duplicatable system. And you will win. You will win, but you got to get in action.
Hey, guys, if you watch this replay, if you're watching it now, all you got to do is watch this over and over and over, and you will make $1 million in this profession. Look, there's people walking around zombies out there. They've never heard of CBD. Vasayo CBD, they never heard of Vasayo. It's your job to go share it with them because someone else will. In the next 2 years, mark my word, everybody will know about Vasayo. Everybody will know about this, and you will miss the boat if you don't go share. Thank you, guys.
Yep.
Love you, brother. You're awesome.
All right. Love you too, bro. God bless, guys.